for being famous. I just wanna be stable, tell my family we made it. I was coming for my spot, a young had to be patient. Now I'm running up, these bands can hit the island for vacation. I've been on my haters, you could say I'm constipated. 5 racks on his fit, just to stunt while I'm in Vegas. On my body, shout out to my Caleb.
And, Coach, we find ourselves due east from our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Miami Dolphins and the Washington Redskins. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver was Jakeem Grant, and it's 3rd down.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Now back to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Trust me, Brandon, I'm not about to try and take your job. I can't do what you do. But that wasn't just 3 and out. That felt like 3 and backwards.
That's exactly what it was. You can have my job whenever you want it. The drive that you're looking for, though, probably going forward, bad start to the ball game.
Yeah, not the way to get things going.
Set on 1st down. Buying time to his left. Caught by Nelson left side. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Darius Geis, his first carry of the game. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels. Because
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last...
And this throw will be intercepted. Cordray Tankersley with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Green, 39!
He'll look to throw. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, a 22. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Set! Green, 39! Green, 39!
On 1st down, Drake finding some room at midfield. Through an opening, and there he goes. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Kenyon Drake, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead. Walsh adds the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Geis with the carry on 2nd down. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. It's 3rd and long for Brissett. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. It's a big play there for Miami. 54 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
Now let's go. Green, 30.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. He could muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he will have the 1st down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And it's caught. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Mike Gesicki, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. Extra point up and good by Walsh. And that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Out of the gun, Brissett. Flush to his right. Dumps it off for Geis. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13. They find some open field here. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down.
Come on, let's go. Brad 38. Brad 38. Flex round. Flex round.
Here's Brissett. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. His first catch, good for 16 and a first. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Back live, Charles Davis to my right. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Redskin football to begin. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. First down, Brissett. Throw left side complete. It's Richardson. And they got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there at 22. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A first down throw for Brissett. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown, Washington. Jordan Reed, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Redskins are able to make this a close game again. And it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times, it's just in a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways. But right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the second quarter. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He sets to fire deep. He's got a man complete. A big play there for the Dolphins. 41 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
On the give, this is Drake. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Now, let's go.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a 1st down.
Here we go now.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Now, let's go. Green 39. Green 39. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
He'll drop to throw. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a 1st.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Now, let's go. Green 39.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
On the toss, here's Balaj. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. So stuff for no gain on 2nd down brings up a pretty interesting 3rd from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let them know right away I'm throwing it, but I'm probably giving my quarterback some room, sprint him out to one side or the other, and give him an opportunity. If it breaks down, he can take off and run for it.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The holding penalty, that puts them in an unenviable spot here as they try again on 3rd and goal. Back to throw. On the left side, this is Stills. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 10 yards gets him closer, but now it's 4th and goal. And Walsh able to convert it as his kick is good. And that will extend their lead here to 17-6. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. First and 10, Brissett finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And that one results in 35 yards. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to FedEx Field following this short break. Brissett to throw on first. And Reed with it over the middle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? From the gun, here's Brissett. Escaping the pressure right. Completes it to Moncrief, left side. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Brissett again. Flushed out right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he'd just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
The Redskins on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. And complete to Moncrief over the middle. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So now on 4th down, the Redskins will hand things over to their kicker, Dustin Hopkins. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And Hopkins' kick is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Then the Dolphins getting set to go here. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead. But a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
They go play action here on first down. And Stills over the middle. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone because eventually you're going to run into their territory, and that's when they lick their chops in order to get the big hit or a play on the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. Wide open receiver complete. That was signaling a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here on first down. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And that will bump the lead up to 11. So they get the 3, increase their lead to close out the half.
Excellent way to end a drive, going to the locker room with a little bit of extra momentum after adding 3 to their total.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll throw now on the final play. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. So out now come the Redskins. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But you're going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and come back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And he'll get Get this one up to the 26.
Flex round! Flex round!
A second down throw for Brissett. Throw left side is complete to Reed. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Let's go! Grand 38! Grand 38! Flex round! Flex round!
On 1st down, this is Geis. And an alley to run. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43.
Ohio! Ohio!
Second down, Brissett. Looks for Nelson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rashad Jones. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. His throw caught at about the 5. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Dolphin got going a little early. So from the 2, now they move back to the 7-yard line. 1st and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. They'll set up a throw. Now he's flushed out right. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
I know ultimately that feels like a good defensive play, but I know it's really not. They had a chance to keep points off the board. Now they have a chance to kick a field goal by missing that shot.
Yeah, especially at this spot in the field. He's got to be upset he couldn't come up with that INT. And Walsh able to convert it as his kick is good. And that will get the lead up to 14. So 3 field goals that he's hit. Now this last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They start on the ground with Geis. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Flex round! Flex round! Ohio!
Brissett now on 2nd down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 30. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4.
Let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
They'll run with Drake. Able to slither by, and they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
This will be caught at about the 5. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. They'll try and pound it in with Drake. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Kenyon Drake with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. Walsh adds the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So that one will be accepted. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he slides to avoid the hit. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Detroit!
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Flush to his right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. They were looking for Marshall that time. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
Green 39! Green 39!
Now a play fake here on first down. He dumps it off to Drake. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11.
Detroit!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first.
Leopard! Gone!
They'll look to throw now on first down. And this is caught by Parker for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And thanks to the interception, the Dolphins offense cashes in with 6. Oh, and you just can't do that. 15 yards on the roughing the kicker call.
Absolutely inexcusable. The kicker's in a defenseless position, and he just gets taken out.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And here come the Redskins now. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That'll be a pickup of just 2, and it's a second down. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On the handoff, it's Geis. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop. The Redskins on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Back to throw here. Going for the deep ball. Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well.
And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags, and I believe this is going to be a 1st down. And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Forced out to his left. Toward the pylon, caught. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Vernon Davis, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Redskins are able to close the gap just a bit. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And his throw here's incomplete.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them to do that?
Maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the posts.
And out come the Dolphins now. They had the double-digit lead at halftime, and they have continued to roll. They're hard to stop right now.
I think what we're seeing is an example of a team that has it figured out in this ball game. And whatever the adjustments are the defense has made, hasn't phased them at all. They either anticipated them or they've been so far ahead that they just can't catch up.
Now it's just a search to add to the lead.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
They had enough yards for the 1st down, but a clutch hit right there defensively jars it free. No 1st down.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Being chased out left. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
They'll drop the throw. Escaping the pressure right. And avoids the contact by sliding. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards and a first.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Gone!
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And Davis has it over the middle. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. And since they got the first down anyway, they'll decline the penalty.
Makes perfect sense, right? Defensive holding call. That's 5 yards of automatic first down, and they completed the play anyway.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Look at the spin.
Balance.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That good for 22 and a first down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Now he's forced up, and time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Matt Ioannidis in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long. On now, it's Blair Walsh as he'll try the field goal here. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. And Walsh able to convert it as his kick is good. And their lead will swell up to 28. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the...
Looking for Moncrief, and it's intercepted. picked off by Bobby McCain. Fights through and now a crease. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it. Because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he's got Moncrief. A 3-yard gain and enough for the first down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
They'll hand it down to Geis. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. And the tackle there will go to Charles Harris. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
The Redskins on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is going to be 3rd and 13. He'll drop to throw. Dancing to his left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Randy Gregory in there to record another sack, their 6th of the afternoon. They are in the 4th in Buffalo, and the Jets have just scored to stretch their lead. A win would be their 2nd on the young season. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking.